On the shadowed world of Velikar Prime, deep within the diplomatic chambers of the Gorthan Syndicate, an ancient tradition was about to be tested and shattered. For centuries, the Gorthans had used their infamous right of bile to assert dominance over weaker species. A ceremonial challenge, masked as a friendly toast, involving a viscous black poison brewed from the glands of the Vrask beetle. It was lethal to nearly every known race, save for the Gorthans themselves, whose physiology was immune. They never announced it as poison, of course. It was presented as a sacred drink of union, and those foolish or arrogant enough to partake never lived long enough to regret it. No species had ever survived it. Until today. Sergeant Cam Torres of Earth's Diplomatic Protection Corps stood silently behind Ambassador Rains, scanning the room. He wasn't there to smile. He was there to watch, to react, and, if needed, to end threats. He didn't care much for politics, but he knew the Gorthans, knew the rumors, and he didn't like the way the chieftain's eyes glimmered when they brought out that jet-black flask. An offering, hissed High Speaker Zher, his tongue flicked out, tasting the air. The right of bile, shared only among equals. Ambassador Rains hesitated. Her translator implant flickered. Even she sensed something was off. But before she could respond, Cam stepped forward. "I'll drink it." Gasps echoed across the hall. Gorthan guards tensed. Zher's amusement turned to visible curiosity. "You," Zher hissed. "But you are human. Soft. Organic. You will die." Cam shrugged. "Maybe. Maybe not." He took the ornate cup, sniffed the thick black liquid, and didn't flinch. It smelled like motor oil mixed with burnt rubber and death. Perfect. And then, without hesitation, he drank it. All of it. Silence. Everyone leaned in, expecting the same result they'd always seen. Violent convulsions, then collapse. Cam just wiped his mouth with the back of his hand. Nothing happened. 5 seconds passed. 10. Zher's face twitched. "Impossible. You should be." Cam burped. "Honestly?" he said, looking unimpressed. "Tastes like something my uncle made during a power outage back in El Paso." A murmur ran through the Gorthan elite. Some took a step back. Zher snarled. "You must be augmented. Enhanced." "Nope," Cam replied casually. "Just human." What the Gorthans didn't understand, what no alien species ever really understood, was just how absurd human biology could be. Millennia of Earth evolution had created creatures who fermented, distilled, pickled, and dared their stomachs to survive. Toxic mushrooms, venomous sea life, fermented shark meat, even gasoline-grade alcohol, humans had consumed it all. And Cam? He had grown up in back-alley food stalls and spent a decade in off-world deployments. His body had fought off parasites that didn't even have names yet. The Gorthan poison? It barely rated as a mild tequila hangover. Zher's voice broke the silence. "Bring another cup." "Stronger batch." They did. Cam drank that one too, and smiled. Now it wasn't just curiosity in the chamber. It was fear. "You said this was sacred," Cam said, stepping forward, slow and steady. "You said it proved equality. I drank your poison. Twice. Now we're equals." Zher swallowed. "Why yes." "Good," Cam said. "Then let's talk real terms. No more tricks. No more games." Later that night, the official agreement was signed. For the first time in Gorthan history, a non-Gorthan species earned a seat at the trade table without submission or defeat. And behind it all, the image went viral. A human soldier raising a cup of black sludge, unfazed, captioned only with, "They said it was fatal." He asked for seconds. The comment sections across the galaxy lit up. "Don't drink with humans. They eat poison for fun? What is Earth?" From that day forward, the Gorthans quietly retired the right of bile. Not because they feared failure, but because now, they feared humans.